got another great Disney craft video for you today here on Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams. I'm Castle Karis, so glad you could join me today. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we'll be making so you can decide if that's something you're interested in. Here, I'll throw it up for you. And I'll be honest, this is super cute by the way, but I'll be honest, I'm not a big Halloween person. I don't really do the scary. I don't know why. I don't find that fun. I don't find that entertaining. I'm not a big scary person. So of course I love Disney because they make it not so scary, right? But I do love fall, the harvest stuff and the decorations with the different colored leaves and all that golden brown and all that great stuff. So today we are going to make that adorable Mickey pumpkin. It's not super difficult. But I wanted to point out before we get started, my shirt, I just absolutely love it. I made the vinyl for our shop if you want to check it out. It says, I'm just a small town girl living in a Disney world. She took the monorail going anywhere. I love it so much. If you'd like to buy the iron-on vinyl for one of your shirts, check it out, dolewhipandcastle.com, and take a look around our shop. For that, we've got some other ones too you can check out there. Super cute. Had to give a little shout out. And let's go ahead and get started then. I have this, it's called a carvable pumpkin. They have them on Amazon if you're looking for them. That's where I got them. It's not a paid promotion. I just bought it off of there. Relatively inexpensive. And I guess you could carve it if you want, but we're not going to carve it. We're going to paint it. Then I've also got my black paint, and I've got a couple reds here. I'm going to use this one for my base, and then this one for my top coat. Try to give it a little bit of shine, see how that works. I know, because I know this one's pretty glossy. I haven't tried these two together, so I'm curious to see how it's going to come out. Then the other thing you will need is some buttons. I went with white. I think it'll pop a little bit better than the yellow, but you can do either one. And then of course a hot glue gun. And really that's about it for this craft. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take you in nice and close so you can see as I paint. I really like this pumpkin too because it does have a it's light, but you can see a distinct line that goes about halfway through. So I'm going to use that to really follow along with my painting. So let's get in nice and close. I'm going to start with my red. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do quite a few coats with this one. It's not going on super thick, and I can already tell I'm just definitely going to need to do a couple, if not a few, coats with this. I won't bore you with watching all of that, but here is me going through with that base coat. And it's kind of hard to grip, so you might want to, if you don't have really long fingers like I do, you might want to get like one of those wooden skewers that you'd use for like kebabs or something, and just stick the pumpkin on there and use it to paint as you go around. Next, we'll switch over to the black. And yeah, this one's covering a lot better. I'll probably only have to do one coat with maybe some touch-ups on there, but it's going on there really nicely. Again, just following that line all the way around and then painting the rest. And you can keep it on your stick. This way you don't really have to wait for it to dry in between if you have it on a stick. I had to set mine down and let it dry and then flip it over to paint the second part. But if you've got it on a stick, you could probably just go ahead and do both coats at once and then find a way to prop up that stick so it could dry. I would let it dry overnight. Pumpkin's dry, so we're gonna go ahead and assemble it. Pretty easy steps. I do have the little, what do you call that, stem, I guess, for it, and I did put it on a toothpick so I could paint it, make it easier. And I'm just gonna go ahead and push it on in. Very loud. Super cute. And then the last thing to do is glue on our buttons. I got 2 matching buttons, and I'm just going to kind of take a look here. Let's see. probably like that, but you can eyeball it what looks good to you and go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna hold one and just put a little bit of hot glue. Again, being very careful because the hot glue will come through these buttons. I've done buttons in hot glue before. Learn from my mistakes. So don't press in the middle where those buttons are because that glue is hot. Hot stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other one. I'm gonna flip it around so you can kind of see. Okay. And I'm going to press more on this side so it looks more flat as you're looking at it, but if you want to make it flush with the pumpkin, you absolutely can. Just again, whatever looks good to you. Oops. And that's what I like about hot glue. It's a little bit more forgiving. You have a little bit of time to move things around if it's not quite right. Had a little bit of a snafu with the camera, was not recording when I thought it was. So I ended up finishing and you didn't get to see me do it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna recreate part of it. I just couldn't get the ears off without just ruining the paint. So I will show you what I did and then you can take it from there. And you can look at this while we do that to give you inspiration. The craft videos don't always work out the way we want them to, but you know, we're gonna make do. So what you need is something round. I've got a little compact that I thought would be the perfect size. You can could even use little pumpkins maybe and paint those black and stick those on, but I have some foam. It's pretty thick. I think it's like 4 centimeters, maybe 2 centimeters. I don't know, but it's thicker than typical foam because I thought, and I was right, that it would hold up really, really nicely on there. So I'm just gonna take my circle and I'm going to trace it around. Okay, and again. Okay, and then cut those out. Now this foam is, like I said, pretty heavy duty. So it's a little bit harder to cut. And now I've done this twice, so my hand's getting a little sore, not gonna lie. It's not used to cutting. I know I'm a teacher, but I don't do that much cutting with scissors because I teach junior high. Most of them know how to use scissors. I kid, they all know how to use scissors. Sometimes not properly, but just kidding. I love you all if you're watching. Yeah, so it's a little bit harder to cut out with this, but again, it looks so good and it stands up so nicely. Okay, so did that. Then I'm going to take my compact and I'm just one more time, just a little bit of the edge, just to do like a rounded circle. So you can see, so it can sit on there really nicely. And then I'm gonna cut that out. Okay. And then I just trace this one onto my second one, just to make sure they're as closely matched as possible. Go. And then I just took some hot glue and I put it along this edge very carefully because you don't want to leave it on there too long or put too much on because it can kind of melt the foam a little bit. But I did just a little bit and then I stuck it right on there. Super cute. Wish you had been there the first time, but I guess the second time we'll have to do. I hope you enjoyed this video and our little snafu there at the end. As much as I did, okay, maybe not at the end so much, was enjoying it, but up until that point, I was really enjoying myself, and now I'm really enjoying myself again. So, totally worth it. Don't worry about the mistakes. We can always figure out a way to fix those, right? That's what I love about crafting, is you just get to fix any little mistakes you make, and there's always just a chance to try again. And that's why I do these videos, so you can learn, so you don't make the same mistakes I do. And then you end up with really cute things like this that I hope you enjoyed. If you did, we've got lots of other great Disney crafts you can check out. A whole playlist of those. We also do some copycat recipe videos if you love Disney food as much as I do. We show you how to make those recipes at home for when you're craving Disney but you can't get to Disney, like happens with me all the time. I would live at Disney if I could, because then I could just eat their food all the time. But we have a whole playlist of those. We also have a playlist of tips and tricks for visiting the parks, so if you need help planning your epic Disney vacation, we've got you covered. You can check that playlist out. Please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. You don't want to miss a single episode we do. We also do some Disney giveaways too, so you're going to want to be notified anytime a video drops because it might be one of those. We've got merchandise we pick up at the parks for you guys. We've got unboxing videos we do. We give some of that stuff away. I collect a lot of pins and I like to pick up an occasional extra pin for all of you. So we've got those as well. So please hit that bell and subscribe button so you can join our YouTube family, because we love seeing you. We love hearing from you. Visit us on social media if you make one of these awesome little guys right here. Tag us on social media so we can see. We love seeing your creativity. You take our ideas and just run with it, and they're amazing. On Instagram, we are at Dole Whip and Castle. On Twitter, we are Dole Whip Wishes, and Facebook, we are Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams. And again, our website is dolewhipandcastle.com. So be sure you reach out, give us some love. We love hearing from you. And thank you again so much for stopping by, and we hope to see you real soon.